Melbourne has just hit 45 degrees. In the olden days, we used to call it summer. These days, it's the end of the world and a cue for climate catastrophists like Monique Ryan to start hyperventilating. The TLMP says it's time to start naming heat waves like we do cyclones to make people take them seriously. She even floats naming them after big emitters, saying, and I quote, "Naming heat waves after big emitters would correct a long-standing asymmetry. Communities shoulder the health burden while polluters keep their reputations clean. People act faster when they grasp the stakes. Category 4 heatwave Santos would be more salient than a hot spell." Sure, and maybe we should name blackouts too. Blackout Bowen has a ring to it. Power outage Jacinta. Grid failure Malinauskas. The list is endless. Joining me now is Environment Editor at the Australian newspaper, Graham Lloyd. Graham, naming heat waves, is it a good idea or is it just political theatre?
Well, it's really the continuation of a long campaign to catastrophise the weather. I guess we could call the first one Sunny, and that would be naming where the heat's coming from. But in a way, it's more serious than that, because we're saying now, look, we've got these dreadful runs of hot weather. The last time this happened was all 2019, so truly unprecedented, and people should be scared. It is designed to scare people, and it's designed to tell them that they shouldn't be exposed to hot weather, they should be air-conditioned, they should have every facet of their life controlled, and the government can take care of that for you. So there is an insidious side to it. We're going to reclassify the impact of hot weather on the death figures, because there's been an embarrassment that the figures don't make it sound serious enough. So now the push is that, well, if someone dies while the weather was hot, they probably died from the hot weather. Who knows where this goes, but you can guarantee it goes towards people submitting to the state and having to pay for it.
Well, Greens leader Larissa Waters has taken to Twitter shouting that Australia is, quote, the hottest place on earth right now. She's blaming coal and gas, of course, saying coal and gas companies should pay for the damage. I don't want to get scientific, Graham, but it's January, and in January it's winter in the Northern Hemisphere. Therefore, Australia is frequently hotter than most places on earth. Is that fair to say?
Well, I think that's fair to say, and really the reverse is true. It's pretty cold in the United States right at the moment, because they're in the Northern Hemisphere. It should surprise absolutely nobody that Australia is relatively hot, and it's basically a function on how the world functions.
And if we did, as Larissa Waters wants, stop all coal and gas immediately, how much difference would it make to Australian temperatures? Because she seems to imagine that Australia has its own atmosphere.
Well, this is certainly the misconception, or the thing that's too difficult for people to understand, that Australia is a relatively small figure in the global scheme of things, that there's absolutely nothing we can do as a country or continent on our own behaviour or emissions that will make any difference whatsoever.
Now, Graham, God created a way for people to survive hot weather. It's called aircon. But, of course, you can't cool the house if you don't have power. So it would seem to me blackouts are a bigger danger to Australians than summer, a point made by energy expert Danny Price, who says it's only a matter of time before a multi-city heatwave means demand for electricity outstrips supply and crashes the grid completely. He said coal was upholding the entire eastern seaboard on Monday and supplying 65% of Victoria's power on Tuesday. At the rate we're going, he says, significant grid failure is not a matter of if, but when. Do you agree with that assessment?
Well, I think it's an assessment that the engineers have been putting forward for a long period of time. Danny Price is an expert in this field. He's making the point that there was a large shortage of supply in South Australia recently. They were propped up by being able to import power and other things. And if we are to have these heat waves, and they happen to occur in several places at once in the major population centres, we are going to run out of supplies, and we will have blackouts. The bigger story is that we have a railroad of coal closures by mandate and nothing to replace it. So we either have to succeed in replacing it or find a way to keep the coal power going.
Or we could name heat waves and that will solve everything. Graham Lloyd, appreciate your time. Thanks for joining me.